What's up, man? It's the Bronco with the Frog coming at you with another reaction video. Athletic Interest came to us with a bang. Go like on the original video. Get them to 754,000 subscribers. The title immediately caught my eye. It say, why football is losing fans. Now y'all all know I'm a recently new-founded football fan. And first came in, now I see everybody saying the game's gone, football fell off, this and that. I'm assuming it's gonna be about money and FIFA and excess games and the style of play becoming from so freedom filled when the last generation versus this generation, it's all robotic cohesiveness, you know, by hands of ones like Pep Guardiola. So hey, let's see what goes down. Why football losing fans?
This is the iconic Wembley Stadium. In November 2024, it sold out in just 3 hours. 90,000 tickets. Not for the World Cup or the Champions League
the
final,
but charity
for a football match between YouTubers.
Yup.
Just days earlier, another YouTuber stepped in.
That's the route he finna go? He finna blame the tubers on it? Hell nah, I ain't gonna lie. In terms of all sports, social media discourse has kind of changes the way people watch the sport in a bad way, you know? People watch the sport now on social media. They don't necessarily watch full games now. They watch it on TikTok, or they just watch the highlights on YouTube like me. Hey, I watch football. Man, quit playing with me, bro. I watch full games every now and again. I was just lying. I watch Champions League. Put it like that. When it's Premier League, I'm watching highlights like Liga, Bundesliga. If it's Champions League, I'm watching full matches, man. I better quit playing with Bronco. Let's see what go down.
To the ring with Mike Tyson, and 60 million people watched, or at least tried to, on Netflix. Meanwhile, traditional football is facing a surprising challenge. For the first time in years, the Big Five leagues sold fewer tickets than the season before. So is football in trouble? Now you could argue that these creator events are just one-offs, and that it takes more to fill stadiums week in and out. But YouTubers are now also starting their own leagues.
Really?
Weekly matches, gamified rules, and millions
Baller League. Hold on, isn't that like that Kings League stuff?
With weekly
I be seeing Castro with that Kings League stuff every time he go live on Twitch. I don't exactly know what it is, but I don't know what Baller League is.
Gamified rules and millions of views. They are called Kings, Baller, or Icon League, and combine some of the biggest names from the creator and football world. And it's not just football. Basketball, tennis, golf, track and field, even chess.
Oh, I've heard of Unrivaled. That's a WNBA stuff. And SportsCenter is actually reposting it.
New leagues are popping up everywhere and making traditional executives nervous. So what is going on? Are we witnessing the future of sports or its downfall? Welcome to Athletic Interest and how YouTubers are disrupting sports. This video into Athletic Interest and how YouTubers are disrupting sports.
Oh, okay, I thought he said corrupting sports. Yeah, the YouTube scene. I feel like, I don't know if the Kings League is free to watch. Of course, more people go watch the free to watch product versus you got a whole league behind a paywall like MLS do with Apple TV. You got to buy ESPN Plus in America if you want to watch the Bundesliga. You got to have Paramount if you want to watch the Premier League. Or is it, it's Paramount. Or is it Peacock? It's one of those. They have a game every now and again on live TV. NBA, you want to watch the NBA, you got to have the NBA League Pass. But they do show games on ESPN and ABC every now and again.
This video is sponsored by Shopify.
Shout out Shopify. Get y'all money, Athletic.
So there's this video that went viral recently.
Hang on, no way.
It looks like a flashy Nike ad, but it's actually the launch video for the Baller League. It features some of the biggest YouTubers out there, but also some really big former players like
Ronaldinho
or Figo. The idea: shorter matches, wild rule changes, and moments designed to blow up online.
I hate that. That's so gimmicky. When it comes to the rule change stuff, NBA be doing that all the time during All-Star weekend. They change up the skills contest every year. They change up the three-point contest with all these gimmicks. The actual All-Star game, they change it, all these gimmicks. I hate gimmicks, bro.
And moments designed to blow up online. The league was started in Germany by Lukas Podolski and Mats Hummels. It's played indoors with 6 players per side and a twist. Mid-game, a roulette wheel decides new rules. You might get a 3 versus 3 match or a volley goals counting double. It's chaos, but fun chaos.
Yeah.
Big sponsors like Vodafone, Gatorade, and Samsung are already backing it. The main partner Xing, basically a kartoffel version of LinkedIn, reportedly paid millions to sponsor the first season. Clearly, there's serious money behind this.
Nah, for real.
According to the organizers, the league averaged about 3 million viewers per match day on Twitch last season. If that's true, it was the most watched channel on the platform in 2024.
And like I say, you got to take into account these are free. This is free with the everybody who watching it.
Not everyone's happy though. Some lower league players are ditching their clubs to join the baller league, which has led to complaints from traditional teams. One club official even called it poisoning the locker room. But the baller league isn't trying to replace traditional football.
Yeah, it's an
It's
alternate.
offering something different, fast, unpredictable, and super shareable. Whether it's a gimmick or a glimpse of the future, it's got everyone talking. But
I
is
feel like
the concept really that new? If you're old enough, you might remember the indoor football tournaments from the 80s and 90s. 5-a-side, rolling substitutes on a walled hardcourt. So the concept is not entirely new. But the internet-first focus is, and the growth is crazy. So crazy that it even attracts venture capital funds that are usually focused on tech startups. It's a hint that the Baller League isn't just a
Michael
quirky new
Richards.
competition. It's part of a much bigger shift happening in sports right now.
I will say, when that Kings League stuff was happening, it was like USA versus Morocco. Everybody was telling me to watch it or turn on the Kings League. And I'm like, bro, turn on, what you mean? Turn on the Kings League? What's so special about this Kings League stuff? You feel me? Everybody, people, they really have an audience, I ain't gonna lie.
Those two are a great example of the growing connection between the creator economy and the business of sports. Both are very successful, have millions of followers, and know how to run a business.
Yeah.
Which brings us to today's video sponsor, Shopify.
Hey, get
Because
y'all
both
money,
Mr.
Athletic
Beast
Interest.
and Ronaldo are actually using Shopify to run their businesses.
Get y'all
Build your
money.
business today. Thanks a lot for supporting us. Now let's get back to our story and the state of football. Football's still the world's game, no question. But lately, it feels like the old playbook isn't working as well as it used to.
No.
Sure, the big leagues still draw millions of fans, but younger audiences, they are starting to tune out. Even
Yeah.
Florentino Perez.
It's
the
a
guy-
it's a attention span thing, you know. It's sitting there watching the whole game. Even people on TikTok will come to myself and be like, bro, I can't even watch whole games these days, fool. I just catch the highlights or I turn it on and then turn it off because the game was boring. Football, in terms of attention span, football is not the exact perfect sport to do that. In terms of attention span, maybe you gotta go watch basketball or something like that. It's just non-stop constant action, you know?
guy who tried and failed to launch the Super League once said that young people aren't interested in football anymore. And he's got a point. The average Premier League viewer in 2023 was 42 years old.
Damn, really? I ain't gonna hold you. That low-key kind of makes sense. Footy always did have that older person vibe crowd. It's like I ain't gonna say that.
The average YouTube viewer is 25. It's not just about age. Smaller clubs are
I'm
struggling
25.
to survive. While
Because
the
you
top
know why
leagues-
it's 25? It's because 25 around my age, 1999, we was the era who grew up when YouTube was first booming. Actually, I'd say if you was born in like 95, 96, then you really grew up when YouTube was first booming. But I remember back in the day when the biggest YouTubers was Smosh, Nigga Higa, Kev Jumba, and all of them. Me personally, I never watched PewDiePie and Shane Dawson and all of them. I was a Ryan Higa, Smosh, Kev Jumba type kid, you know, when YouTube Live. What y'all boys know about YouTube Live in 2008, man? Oh, yeah, Fred, too. I forgot to bring up Fred and Ray William Johnson. Y'all don't know nothing, but y'all know nothing about that YouTube. Y'all YouTube was when FIFA was popping with all of them creators. Nah, I was a time before that.
rake in billions from TV deals. Lower tier teams are barely scraping by.
Yep.
Financial troubles, empty stands, and a lack of global appeal are making it harder than ever for them to stay relevant. It could get even more complicated, because fans are increasingly watching highlights on YouTube instead of live games. Right now, the leagues still see the highlights as marketing that will eventually drive more people to subscribe to watch live games.
Nah,
But in the long
that's not gonna happen. I'm telling you right now. You post some highlights, you think everybody watching the highlights and this is a highlight, this is a very high view video, you can't just assume that they gonna be like, all right, we got all these views, they definitely go tune into the next game. Hell no, because the next game ain't guaranteed to be a banger just like that one.
term, this could be a threat. If fans continue to turn away from live games and just watch highlights, the value of the media rights will decline. and media rights are the most important revenue stream for football clubs. To make matters even worse, younger fans now often choose to stream a creator league if they watch live sports instead of paying to watch a pro league on TV.
See? It's
So
free.
YouTubers are redefining who a sports star is and what sports content looks like. For example, these YouTubers. They are not
Speed and
elite
destroy.
athletes, but have the popularity in the sports niche that
what'd you say?
YouTubers. They are not elite athletes, but have the popularity.
I ain't gonna. Why you gotta disrespect destroying like that? I ain't gonna say he is actually he played in a professional American Football League. I think you can pretty much classify that as elite. The only reason that he ain't make it to the NFL was because he had a YouTube channel during college when it was still illegal to make for college athletes to make money. So things happen. But I think you can classify Destroying as an elite athlete, to be honest, bro. Speed, on the other hand.
Popularity in the sports niche that used to be reserved for the best athletes. Those YouTubers are creating new types of sports content like challenges or behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And building on this popularity, they are now starting new leagues. Traditional football is fighting to stay cool, while creator-driven events are thriving. So what's going on here? Some people think these new leagues are just flashy sideshows that can't touch the history and prestige of the traditional game.
Yeah.
But others argue they are exactly what football needs. A
Really?
way to adapt, stay fun, and connect with younger fans who'd rather scroll TikTok than sit through 90 minutes of slow build-up play. So who's right? To understand the shift that is happening, it helps to take a look at the long relationship between sports and the media. It can be described as quite toxic, with the one always trying to change just to get a little bit of attention and love from the other. The introduction of the radio made sport accessible to the masses. Before that, it was mainly for those who could afford to attend games in person.
Yeah.
Radio brought the action to everyone, from factory
And
workers.
people, I was just finna say, people used to be sitting around the radio just looking. That's really live. I'm pretty sure they brought the community together, and you had to use your imagination, especially with the boxing fights or what's happening. All they boxing fights, they used to have to sit around the radio and then act it out with the commentator saying what he doing. And boy, I know them boys teed up.
to farmers, turning sports into a shared cultural experience.
Yeah.
To capture these new audiences, games were rescheduled for primetime evening slots. Then came the era of television. Slow-motion replays, multiple camera angles, and on-screen graphics changed how fans understood and
yeah.
experienced games.
Imagine the first time they put a sports game on television. I honestly wonder, what is the first sports game that was broadcasted on television? I know the people was joyous. They was like, so you telling me I don't have to be there in person to see the match? I get to see it at the comfort of my own home? Boy, game changer.
Some sports started changing their rules to make games more TV-friendly. The NBA introduced the shot clock
Shot
to
clock.
speed up games. Table tennis made its balls bigger to help viewers follow the action.
What did football
Beach
do?
volleyball got a dress code. Formula One added DRS for overtaking drama. Baseball threw in extra breaks for commercials. The list goes on. Whenever media evolved, sports followed. Mass media brought millions of viewers, turned athletes into superstars,
Yeah.
and transformed sports into an advertising goldmine. Looking back, it's wild how much radio and TV shaped the sports we know today. But now, we're in the middle of the biggest media revolution yet.
Internet, eh?
Sure,
Social
the
media.
internet isn't brand new, but it's so disruptive and constantly evolving that industries, including sports, are still playing catch-up. The rise of new leagues with different rules is just the latest reaction
Tony
to
Cruz.
a changing media landscape. It's nothing new. This adaptation has been happening for over a century. It's just happening a lot faster now. And whenever industries change this quickly, venture capital is never far behind. Over the last decade, investments in North American sports franchises have outperformed the stock market, the media sector, and nearly every major
That Messi effect, that Major League Soccer, that Messi effect, boy.
asset class. Sports are no longer just games. They are booming businesses. But recently, a new idea has surfaced. Why keep investing in existing leagues when you can build your
Build
own?
your own.
There's proof it works. Look at the UFC. In 2001, Dana White took a struggling niche sport and turned it into a global powerhouse.
And then
selling it
now
for-
him and Turkey, they making a boxing league now. And the boxing fans are not happy. So we go see how they ended up turning out. And they belt is the Ring Magazine belt. So they're not making up their own belt. They got a belt that already has its own history. Ooh, we get to see what's going to happen in the sport landscape, man. The world is changing.
for $4 billion in 2016. But there is a catch. Without fans, there is no revenue.
Exactly.
These new leagues need explosive growth to survive, and they are racing to capture younger audiences who consume sports in entirely new ways. And so far, they seem to be better at that than the traditional leagues.
Yeah.
So is this the end of football as we know it? Well, it's complicated. These leagues aren't here to replace traditional football.
Exactly.
They're carving out a new category of sports entertainment, one that feels closer to esports. But while they're exciting and growing fast, there's something they lack: authenticity. They might be
Facts.
fun, but they are not real in the way traditional sports
They
are.
too gimmicky,
There's
bro.
no decades-long rivalries, no historic moments to relive, and no elite competition that demands the highest level of skill and athleticism. That's why traditional sports will always have their place. Even if creator leagues attract younger fans, many of those fans will eventually gravitate back to the history,
They go
prestige,
grow out of it.
and genuine drama that only pro leagues can offer. In football, we've only seen creator-driven leagues so far because FIFA and UEFA fiercely guard their turf. Just look at how quickly the Super League idea got shut down. But in other sports, like mixed martial arts or cricket, innovative leagues featuring top athletes have managed to thrive. And there is a bunch of leagues popping up that are aiming to showcase the best athletes in innovative formats, like the Snow League or a Grand Slam
Snow
track.
League.
And in those sports, the traditional executives should be worried. The ones that missed to innovate, lost touch with
Track for
fans,
real,
and
bro.
even-
It is a lot. I feel like it's a lot of money. Well, I ain't gonna say it's a lot of money. I feel like track and field is a very untapped market to where they can change things. Track and field is still able to be revolutionized. I feel like track and field should be mainstream, bro. What's more exciting to see who's faster than who? That's why Noah Lyles is making all these claims saying world champion of what and all of that. He doing exactly what he needs to do and try to be mainstream so he can bring more eyes to the sport, more money in the sport. And I think that's what Michael Johnson is also doing. He making his own league or his own competition or something like that. They definitely need to do that instead of people only tuning in every Olympics. People don't really, the casual eye don't really watch the world championships. Casual eye go watch the Olympics, but need to find a way to bring more eyes to the sport aside from just the Olympics. We need more eyes on the world championship. We need more eyes on any new league that y'all create.
Worse, their own athletes. The truth is, creator leagues will keep pushing the boundaries, driving innovation, and expanding what sports can be. But only the leagues that showcase the best athletes will truly stand the test of time. Because in a world full of artificial content, sport remains real.
Facts. Ooh, he just called all that content fake. Damn, Kings League, Barter League, KSI, Chunk, Speed. You gonna take that from Athletic Interest? He just called y'all that fake. Hey, why football is losing fans? Hey, what a great video. Basically, a whole synopsis is that the Creator League is captivating the younger audience, but when the younger audience grow up, they go end up gravitating back towards football. The Creator Leagues are just more accessible, more exciting, more gimmicky, more for the short attention span. But like I say, everybody gotta grow up eventually. I'm out.